I'll get my logbook. 6, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 alive where the 30. Okay. Oh my, look. 5 deep in bees. Box is about a third full of honey already. Queen.
I see her from here.
Oh yeah, she's huge.
That means I can.
Really fat.
I just knocked her down. And I got brood up here. So let me.
That's into box 4.
That's in the box 4. Brood. Can you believe that?
On April 10th.
Yeah. I knocked the queen down. She's probably down in the next box. Well, I know what I'm doing with this one already. Let's go make it divide.
This is the second box up that we're looking at here. Bees all the way up to the 5th box. Queen was laying in the 4th box when we got the 5th box off. And it's April 10th. You can't beat that with a stick. We're at Mendoza yard, right near where Ramona and I are going to get married in 2 days.
Now there was brood up here with the queen. This is the second box. We took the third box off. Look, the second is all full of brood. There's one, and there's one.
Whoa.
Dee, hold that up for the, hold that one.
Turn that
Yeah.
one around to the camera. Turn the right one around.
He's got it.
See the other side.
No, this side is, yeah.
Look at that. Second box, third box is full. I ripped off. You tell me these hives are not strong with probably over 120,000 bees, 5 deep. I'm going to pick this up and put that over. Put that one on. Divide space. Square it. That way, by the time they reach the queen, if I got her, if not, do I really care? See what I'm saying? Okay.
We're rolling.
Take the top off. Now this one's not as strong. These are not in the fit. But we'll see where we're at. Okay? Set down. Maybe I got a dead out here.
I
Nope,
think
I got
not.
bees. Let's see what's below. So, now we're going to expand this so the queen will lay faster. Okay, I'm moving. She's laying here for all she's worth, see? And here, that's wall to wall from this brood. And that's open brood. See it?
Put the frame next to it.
Look at the frame next to it.
Look the other side.
Look at this.
Nothing wrong with that pattern.
Here's the next one. Here. And here.
And this one's relatively weak next
And
to the last
this
one.
is a weak one. Look it. 4 frames wall to wall. I'll take it back. This weak one has 5 frames wall to wall.
All the way to the end.
Yep. Not as weak as we thought, huh? Okay, let me open her up. Turn this around, have the positioning. There.
Always at least 2 frames of brood together.
Yeah, always at least. And it's warm. The cold shouldn't shut them down at night. She can just lay that up. If she goes from 5 to 8 frames of brood, I could care less. We're not going to divide that one.
Right, that's a weak hive.
Yeah. But if every 21 days, that'll double for 1 box for 21 day cycle. Then the next 21 days is May. By the end of May, you're popping into these top 2 for honey. I gotta leave them. Just doing the math. You know what I mean? Yeah. So by the end of May, they're stocking away and our flow's not over until July 4th. So I got a chance on filling 2 full deeps of honey. This is worst case scenario here, maybe. For a week, if that's 5 frames is a weak one. Okay. Now, this one is up at the top already. Starting up, see? Another strong one. It's already up at the top. That's honey, see? This is 4th box. A lot of people think 3 deep is a good strong one. This is a 4th box, okay? Let's go to the side. This will be the last frame filled normally. Here we go again. 4 boxes high in brood.
Whoa.
4 boxes high in brood, wall to wall. That to me is good European pattern, 4 deep. There's the next one. Brood, 4 deep. Okay, here's open.
up with honey too. We're
Yeah.
trying to drive her down.
Yep, but there's still enough to raise a queen. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 8. 6 frames of brood.
Once again, this is April 10th
This is April 10th.
in the desert.
In the desert, people want small cell. There's some on the outside one, starting on a 7th frame. It's terrible.
In box 4.
Box 4. And yet with the line down the bottom. Right?
Yep.
Terrible. Now, I'm going to leave this on here for a minute. Right. Well, I can take it off because I know there's stuff down below. Let's see. There's brood down below. I'm just going to rip this thing off. Oh, that's not here. Let's play it out. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm glad you got this on film, you know? Trying to see some more over there. They don't normally work up like that. Here. Here. The nurse bees stay there. They're rocking the train out of that one. Yep, that's open larva. Give it an extra boost. Looks like I've got plenty of brood here, of nurse bees here. See? I'm going to use this for the divide. And I still got 6 frames with this divide, right?
And that's a nuke.
And that's the nuke. Ready? Okay. This one we put back together. This is the one we put back together. Okay, we already did this. Wow, this is great. Did I take that if I make this row back? You're up the top. You're up the top.
This is box 4
Yes.
that we're looking at now. Box 5 came off and had bees in it.
Yep. Let's see what we got. This is small cell beekeeping, by the way. These,
And in the fall, you backfed honey rather than sugar syrup.
right. And these are jet black drones. A little bit of brood. But it's not like the other one. This is honey. And it's drone brood and some worker.
Looks like open and closed.
Yeah, but it's got honey in it. Now this one is... Let's see what we got here. I don't got open that's emerging, and then they're filling in with honey. So this is where I say they're hankering the queen down. Now the next one is already honey, see?
This is box 4
This is box 4.
with brood and honey.
Yeah.
At least a few frames of brood.
Yeah, just a couple frames.
We're now looking at box 3.
Yeah, we got brood.
Nice brood pattern
But again, they're
with
filling-
honey plugged in on all the empty spaces.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Queen
half
cell,
queen cell.
Where they're got the queen anchored down, so if I can open her up, we can roll. If I got queen cell,
Black.
could be.
I think I just saw it.
More queen cells.
Okay. Then we'll take this and got a split. And we've also bought a week's time or more by having the queen cells in it, right?
This is box 3 coming off for a
Or
split.
I might want to set it up here and take the one below.
This is now box 2 that we're looking at. You can see there's some drones, and I don't see a single varroa on any of them.
No varroa on it. This is how you pass it looking for varroa. Okay? No varroa on these drones. Okay, you turn them around. That means you're not out of control with varroa, so why look any closer? You've already sampled a few fast drones. Now see if we got room here. We do?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm going to rip this box. You know, there's queen cells there. I don't think it's formed yet.
This is now looking at the first box in the stack of 5. Still plenty of bees. It's also worth noting this is a very picturesque spot that we're in. If you take a look at what's going on, zoom out, and you can see the cliffs that we're under. Couldn't be a more beautiful spot. Now, dear, you're going to backfeed one of those frames of the queen cell?
No. There's 2 here. And the queen cell is up here.
Right, but we don't know where the queen is.
No, I don't care, because if I got brood from here to here in this box, and I know I got 2 up here in the 4th, do I really care? Except I put this box down first, so they got room till they get a queen, so they can clear a spot. See what I'm saying? Got it squared up? Okay. That'll buy time for the queen to come up and keep that brood without them plugging with honey. See? So much.
And you'll notice that there's a lot of bees flying, but they're not attacking us, they're not stinging, they're bouncing off our bee suits.
Well, I'm opening them up and splitting, and I don't want to smoke so much because I don't want to run the queen around. I want to be able to work with the bees to see what I'm doing. And if you open a hive that's this strong, it's probably got over 100,000 bees, maybe 120,000. You're going to have bees flying because I'm ripping them apart. They're falling off the bottom of the box. They're falling off the frames. This is just normal commercial beekeeping. You're just ripping and going.
Ramona, say hi to everybody in Worcester County.
Okay, we're going on to the other side of the yard now.
Right, rolling.
You got yours, okay? Well, you're rolling. top cover off first. Now, very easy. Now hit it. Wait till you reset. Now hit it again. Now, bring it. Got bees at the top.
We're now looking at the 5th box. You can see there's bees covering at least 4 or 5 top bars on the top.
Probably a given this is going to be a split to hold it. All I'm doing is buying time. They're wanting to come up. I don't see honey in it yet. But I'll take it.
We're now looking at box 4. Bees on the top bars all the way across the hive. And it looks like we have some capped honey here, freshly capped. Full frame. Absolutely beautiful. Can you turn it around one more time? Absolutely gorgeous. This is small cell beekeeping, using crucial positioning, making sure the frames are oriented the right way relative to the way the comb is built, the way bees do it in nature. Another full frame, capped, completely capped, ready for extracting.
Look at that.
This is again the 4th deep box up from the bottom on April 10th.
Maybe we'll get for about another 30 days.
Now we're into box 3. You can see there's plenty of bees covering all the top bars coming out of the hive. Again, they're not stinging.
I really don't want to smoke them if there's brood because I don't want to drive the nurse bees out.
Because we're making splits, we have to keep the nurse bees on the brood frames. And that looks like open brood all the way in the middle of that frame. Queen cell.
Okay.
Can't tell if that's opened or not. Looks
Yes,
open.
it has.
It's already hatched. So we got a new queen with this hive. And again, that queen cell is in the 3rd box up from the bottom with all this brood open and closed.
Looking for eggs. Pollen. Pollen.
We're now looking at the 2nd box up from the bottom. Capped brood on that side. You see the other side, Dee? Capped brood, solid pattern all the way across.
There's open brood, so the queen's laying.
So the new queen that we saw that has hatched out recently is already mated and laying.
Okay, I'm going to exchange that for this up here. I just want a little bit more open brood up the top. Because patches like this in the top, I want a little bit more open brood up in the top. See what I'm saying? That's more insurance. Yeah, let's go make a divide.
We're now looking at the bottom box. You can see there's plenty of bees in there, plenty of activity. Again, the splits that she's making are full box splits, making sure that there's open brood, not doing it until there's at least 6 to 8 frames of brood in the hive, so that the parent hive and the split have plenty of strength to raise a queen depending on where the queen ends up. These hives are simply too strong to try to determine where the queen is and do splits that way. but by waiting until we have full strength hives, making these splits goes quite smoothly, and the bees have plenty of strength to collect honey and make new queens and make more bees.
Okay. Now take that bottom box and put it on. So this box here, put it on. Take that box and put it on. Okay. That way I got an empty over there, just in case.
And again, we're barely using any smoke. I think we've done 2 puffs of smoke for the last 4 divides we've made total, not per hive. This is really something to see. Bees this strong and this time.
2008.
2008. Not even tax day yet.
Rock on here in case we end up with a super left over. Might want to super this for an extra box.
Again, 5th box. We're looking at bees all on the top bars of the entire top box, number 5. Now we're looking at box number 4. You got capped honey. Hold on, Dee. Capped honey on that side. Is that brood on that side or honey?
Honey.
Honey on both sides. The Dee is opening up the super. We're in the 4th box. Probably close to a third or a half full of honey, and also with brood. Honey's capped. More open brood, more honey.
Next one is brood, but I'm not going to take it down.
Nothing prettier than that.
I'm going to open it up. So if I don't get the queen, I don't really care. You know what I mean?
These hives are strong enough. Again, this is the 4th box up that we're looking at. 4th box up. He runs all deeps here in the desert. Now we're looking at box 3. Unlimited brood. There's no queen excluder. Queen excluders are up. Looks like brood. Hatch queen cell on the bottom, maybe. The splits again that she's making. She's taking a full box, making sure that she leaves at least a few frames of brood and moves at least 6 frames of brood to the new spot. The whistle positioning is key, as she found it difficult until she started doing the whistle positioning to get the boxes up over 3 high. We're here in this yard, and we are splitting hives that are about 5 feet high. Some of them have brood all the way up into the 5th box. This is really something to see out here in the desert before the bloom hits, before there's the main flow. We saw these hives about 6 weeks ago. We couldn't take them totally apart. It was too early in the season. But there were bees here, but they didn't look strong like this. By waiting until they built up before making the splits, Dee has ensured that both the split and the parent hive are strong, and she'll be getting honey from both.
Yeah, that's what I was getting honey from both. We already got almost a full box. Wow. Yeah, they could.
And we are cutting most of these 5 deeps down to 4 deeps, mostly because we just don't have enough equipment.
Yeah, then you can't take the hive, so they'll super. No? Rolling?
Rolling.
Oh, man.
Bees all the way into the top box, number 5.
Look at this. Come into this side. This is the 5th box. All crossed and capped. And that's drone brood, which signals there could be worker brood down below. 5th box. I don't know what we got. Ready?
Hold on. The queen has been laying in the 5th box up. We capped honey all around the brood, just like in the textbooks. We have not used any smoke on this hive. We've hardly used 2 puffs of smoke for about 5 or 6 splits that we've been doing. We don't want the smoke to drive the nurse bees off of the brood. We need the nurse bees in the split. We got bees boiling out, box number 4.
Both sides. Yeah, these are hives down the country. I've never seen hives this small. Yet Africanized bees are not supposed to live hives with brooding bees. That's a European trait completely.
What's happening here is happening while we're hearing everybody talk about their bee losses. And the CCD epidemic seems to be worse this year than it was last year, according to what we've been reading.
I'm going to rip this box off where it's about.
This is the 4th box to make a split. And look at box 3. Ramona and Dee are just a few hives away making a split. They're using 3 empty boxes of comb and foundation and 1 box ripped from this 5-story with plenty of brood. And this hive has plenty of brood to raise a queen, as does the split. Depending on where the queen is, it is impossible to find the queen.
Some hives that have 16 or more frames of brood, European style. Africanized aren't doing with their killer commandos or takeover. They throw at me. I'm checking this box, okay? You go to the brood here.
This is the 3rd box up that we're looking at. Third box up. You're packing it full of honey. If we are to believe what we read, Africanized bees do not build colonies this large. They build small colonies and swarm frequently. This is 5 deep honey and at least 10 or 12 frames of brood. That's now the bottom box. This box had 4 boxes above it, all deeps. The box of brood with the most brood is going to go on next. Give the queen room to expand down. Get honey up in the top in the 4th box. You can see the number of bees flying around. We are completely unconcerned. We are wearing bee suits and gloves, but just because of the volume of bees, we've been seeing this in every yard that we've been going to. although this yard is particularly strong. The yards that Dee had that were tested by the CCD research group because she had some die-offs, we were able to bring back to their numbers last year with splits, and they were strong, just like these bees. You can claim these bees are Africanized, but that simply does not meet the definition of what Africanized bees are supposed to be. These are European patterns by having so many boxes and so much honey socked away. Africanized bees are not supposed to do this, and you can see there are plenty of bees flying. We are not being attacked. Plus the fact that we didn't use smoke once in that hive. In ripping it apart, taking the whole box out, pulling frames out to inspect, and putting it back together and making a split with no smoke in the desert on April 10th. The main flow has not hit. The Akatia has not hit. The prickly pear has not bloomed. Yeah, you can see that we're about to open this hive, and that's the closest smoke way over there. We are completely unconcerned. We're just getting the work done, disturbing the bees as little as possible, and making splits. The fifth box had some bees on it, not as strong perhaps as some of the other ones we've been looking at, but if that's a weak hive in the third box, I'll take a weak hive any day. We've got honey and brood, I can see from here, in the middle of the third box up. Dee makes her own foundation, which is clean, unlike what we've heard from some of the reports from Penn State and others about the contamination in wax. Now we're looking at the second box down, second box up from the bottom. Plenty of bees. These bees have never been treated with chemicals. We have seen in the past, looking through, we've probably been through about 300 hives, close to by now. We saw one varroa mite. You can see brood capped and uncapped. This is in the second box now. I see honey and brood. This is really something to see. I haven't ever heard anybody brag about hives like this. Yet we're seeing them firsthand in the desert before the main flow. There are a lot of bees flying around. They certainly attack the camera, but that's par for the course. They always do. Aside from that, it's a lot like being in the middle of a swarm. They are not overly aggressive, despite the fact that we have used no smoke in ripping this hive apart. And I believe we've used 2 or 3 puffs of smoke. Now we're in the bottom box. He's pulling out a frame for us to see. We have brood all into the bottom box. Capped and uncapped. You need what, Dee? You want this empty box here?
Yeah.
We're putting an empty box below the brood for insurance so the queen has a place to lay. there are plenty of bees in the 5th box. In the 4th box, there are bees. Now we're looking into box number 3. And box number 2, you can see some fresh white wax on the top bars. Brood and honey. Open and capped. Brood and honey. Look at that frame. That's textbook brood frame. Drones at the bottom, brood all in the middle, and honey around the edges to feed the brood. Now we're going to look for brood in the bottom box. Now we're looking at the bottom box. As you can see, there are plenty of bees. She's moving the other box as a split. This is an entire box split. This is not making 5-frame nukes. This is making full 10-frame nukes. We are unconcerned as to the location of the queen because it simply would take too long and disturb the bees too much. We need brood with nurse bees on them, so we are not using smoke. This is small cell beekeeping with unlimited brood nest. We've got brood in the bottom. Oh, look at that pattern. That's just beautiful. We're in the bottom box of 5. Have you ever seen hives this strong? Ramona is now putting an empty box of comb on the bottom, underneath the bottom, what was the bottom box of brood, to give the queen some place to move down and to keep laying and keep building as we come upon the flow. Ramona and I have had Dee ordained as a minister, and she is going to marry us here on this ranch, the 70,000-acre ranch, on Saturday. In this beautiful spot, just less than a quarter of a mile from these beehives. This is Ramona from Massachusetts, doing commercial bee work like a pro. This is our 4th day out with Dee, looking at her bees. 5th day out, looking at her bees. We're in the 5th box now. We've got bees in the 5th box, and look at that in the 4th box. We're looking in the 4th box now. We've got capped honey, I can see. All capped honey. Dee, turn that around so I can see the other side. Look at that. That frame is just a day or so away from needing to be extracted. We're going to use the box that was...
No, not yet. We got to make a split yet.
We're now looking in the 3rd box. The 4th box is full of honey. This is the 3rd box up. We've got a beautiful brood pattern. Just look at that. With open brood in all the spaces where the brood has emerged. Just look at that.
Queen cells.
Queen cells.
We're hitting them at the right time. Okay. Go back here.
She's now pulling off the third box. Now we're looking at the second box there. You can see the number of bees. You can probably hear the bee activity. This is something. What can you say about that? The second box up, fourth and fifth boxes are getting full of honey. I'm sure that second box has brood in it, plenty of them. It would simply take too much time and disturb the bees too much to find the queen. With bees this strong, we are unconcerned. There are plenty of bees to make honey and raise brood and raise a queen if need be. He is now examining the second box up to make sure that there are brood there. And there they are. Little equipment repair. Get that bottom bar happening again. Removing the bottom bar. He's now running a top bar frame.
Hey, you didn't see that!
She might hit me later for having said that. Whack me with a hive tool. Take a look at the number of bees flying. It's hard for us to hear each other talk from the sound, but the bees are not overly aggressive. And we are not wearing full bee suits. We are wearing painter's pants and inspector's jackets and rubber gloves, dishwashing gloves. Nothing fancy, nothing expensive. Dishwashing gloves come from the 99-cent store. Jeans come from Walmart for 10 bucks. We're done?
Now we can take this extra equipment super up and put it on the truck.
Yeah, do it together, Emma.
You know what I mean?
We're now going and picking up any extra equipment, and we're going to put it on the stronger of the hives that we split from. That way. That way we can hold the equipment to keep it away from wax moths. We don't have to transport it in the trucks. And as a side benefit, we get to catch a little bit of honey when the flow finally hits. Again, this is before the flow. This is a beautiful spot. All right, you two, wave to everybody in Worcester County, both of you. Oh, Dee's still working. All right, wave. Oh, we're finally using the smoker. I believe we used it on the first split we made. Now we're using the smoker. That's 50 minutes of doing all the splits. We'll see you at the next yard.